Hello, beautiful souls. Namaste. Welcome to Beauty with Jeans. Let's go ahead and start sipping our chai. Today I'm going to talk about the difference between an esthetician versus a esthetician. They're two different things. I didn't know this until I was fully involved in this industry of business, of med spas and service. So we're going to go dive into that and yeah. A little bit about me. I am an esthetician. I started my journey as an esthetician right after college. I knew I wanted to get in the medical field somewhere, somehow, but also kind of stay in the beauty industry because I love taking care of my girls. I have my bachelor's in health science, and then I went on to get my bachelor's in nursing, which we'll talk about in a different video. If you guys are interested in that part of my life, please comment below. I'll tell you all the ins and outs at nursing school. In this video, we will talk about the differences between esthetician and esthetician. One is esthetician with the E, and one is more medically, how do you say? Medically involved services, medical grade. We'll dive into that. We'll also talk about how to tap into the service industry, the world of beauty. We will talk about where you should work and how you can get started and what it means to be in this industry. And we'll talk a little bit about the money because a girl's gotta pay bills. So like I mentioned before, I am a esthetician, a master esthetician, a nurse, and bride to be. Wow. I'm getting married, guys. I can't believe it. This happened to us. Anyways, from a very early on, maybe like I would say in my teens, I was always taking care of my skin. So, how it all started. I mean, it was just naturally embedded like in my lifestyle to take care of my skin. My mom always said she's always done like facials with what she had, turmeric, you know. I made like a video about that, like a simple DIY turmeric mask, which I still use to this day, guys. Like seriously, you can never, that is the most easiest sustainable way you can take care of your skin, and it works. It's just a beautiful exfoliator. So check out my video. It's like so basic. Like Priyanka Chopra uses it. PC uses it, guys. Like if PC is using it, like come on, like she's PC. Anyways, it's been an ancient like Ayurvedic skincare routine. Anyways, back to what we are here today for. I will get more into product review for skincare in more of my videos sooner than later. Like I said, I got my esthetician license right after graduating college in New York City, and then I started working for Skinny Med Spa. Yes, the Skinny Med Spa. And like every single time I talk about Skinny Med Spa to like other med spas where I'm aspiring to work or whatnot, it is such a badge of honor. They're like, oh, you were at Skinny, you were a Skinny girl, you were at Skinny, and I'm like, yeah, I was. Skinny is a beautiful med spa in New York City. They offer everything under the roof. And they have a lot of locations in New York City. The girls are just very educated. They know what they're talking about. So if you're in the New York City area, I totally recommend checking them out. They have been around for like ages. After having gone through so much of life, I want to share with you guys that it is super important to know. You don't need a college degree to be an esthetician. You don't need to get a health science degree. You do not need to, become a nurse. What you do need is a cosmetology license. And if you put in the hours of work, or if you kind of work your way up in the industry of med spas or just spas in general, you can make a pretty good living. All you really need is a cosmetology license to have a spa. Any spa that does facials, massages, nails. You just need a cosmetology license to perform these services. Every state is different, so again, take what I say with a grain of salt, do your own research, go on your state's website to see what is prohibited under your license and what is allowed. Every state is different. In the state of Maryland, you cannot really do laser as a esthetician. You have to be a nurse, have some level of medical background to do these abrasive procedures. in the state of Virginia, you are allowed to do that as an esthetician. So there's a lot of loopholes and what can be done and what cannot be done in these med spas and spa industries. So I definitely say do your research and work your way up in that manner. If you do wish to do lasers or microderm abrasion, I think you can do that as a esthetician. At least in Maryland you can, and in New York City you can. And you definitely can do lasers as a esthetician in New York City. What else? I feel like I have so much to share with you guys with life. That was just lifing all my life. Let's kind of dive deeper into the differences between an esthetician with an A, right? Medical grade procedures, and an esthetician with an E, where you kind of do not need a medical background or experience, and you need some experience, but you gotta start off somewhere, right? So an esthetician is somebody who has the experience and license as a nurse in a lot of states to do laser, CO2 lasers, BI peels, microneedling, non-abrasive liposuction, which you have to be by a doctor to do that. A esthetician is really somebody who is not quite a nurse yet, but still has a lot of experience. And please understand that there is no hierarchy in either or. You can be a esthetician for years and still be better than a nurse who has, some experience in medical procedures such as Botox or fillers. It just depends on your specialty, your experience, your willingness to continue to educate. So don't compare yourself. If you are an esthetician and not a nurse, that is totally okay. You work with what you have. You do not need to go to nursing school to do, to earn a pay in that industry. Some med spas companies, they pay as much as they would pay a nurse. Okay, now let's talk about esthetician with the E. An esthetician with the E is somebody who can do facials, wax, massages, nails, basic skincare, dermaplaning. These girlies are really tapped into the wellness aspect of the spas. They're the girlies you go to for, if you want to relax, you need that extra touch, that love, that soft rhythmic effleurage movements on your skin, right? And I'm talking about actual beautiful massages or beautiful facials where you're just not tap, 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 tap. No, we don't do those. I'm talking about the girlies who have really good experience in just giving, right? This service-based industry for estheticians with the E, girlies really are pouring into you, right? They are tapping into what you've been through for the day, what you're going through. I remember one time, let me tell you, my girl at my massage place, oh my God, I was planning a beautiful engagement ceremony for my brother and my sister-in-law, and it's a lot, right? It's fun and all, but it's a lot, and I knew that I had to take care of myself so I can give to others. And I went in that room and I said, hey, I'm doing this thing for my brother and my sister-in-law, and I'm just exhausted of planning and giving and doing so many, just doing what I'm supposed to do as a sister. Can you please just take whatever is going on from my head to my neck and my back, can you just take all of it out? Can you just pour into me today? And let me tell you, she did. She just went in, she just did whatever magical goodness she did, and I felt so good for the next couple of days. It gave me some stamina to do a beautiful engagement party and give to my siblings. So it is a service of giving. They're just the best, all right? Let me just say that. They are awesome. I don't know what I would do without our estheticians, because they are primarily focused on that beautiful, loving, giving touch, and I appreciate them so, 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 so much. Let's talk about a nurse, right? As a nurse, you are able to tap into the aesthetic industry. I see a lot of nurses kind of getting into this industry of med spa because they see a lot of opportunity for extra cash, which is fine and all. I really encourage the nurses who are tapping into this industry of med spa to do a lot of research. Don't really just go in for the money. Consider that this is a service of giving. You're making women look beautiful. They come in with attitude and they leave with a different type of attitude, you know? You might change the way they show off in the world. They might walk with a little bit of confidence. A nurse can do so many different things under a licensed provider, all right? They can do Botox, they can do fillers, they can do IV therapy, they can do minor assisting in liposuction. They do so many abrasive procedures that require a little bit of downtime. That is more up a nurse's alley. There's a lot of liability in that, so which is why state-wise policies, they only allow certain procedures to be done under a provider by a nurse. Okay? How do you get started and how do you gain experience? That just depends on you. Get started with very small. Like if you really want to start at home, start off with your siblings, start off with your aunties, your uncles, if they uncles want that. Start up where you are and work your way up, right? If you want to work at a European wax, if you're an esthetician, you can start up at a European wax center. You can, there's so many opportunities out there, and believe it or not, there's so many upcoming med spas or waxing centers who are willing to give novice girlies a chance. So, you know, even if you get rejected from a job, that's not the end of it, girl. You take your resume and you slap it on a different table, okay? Because somebody is gonna be over there willing to train you, and that might be your opportunity to build your resume up, continue to build your profile. After much experience, I will say that you can't even have your own practice, whether if you're practicing at home. If providing service in your home, a lot of people do that. A lot of people provide service in their home. They start off at their house and then they move out and they actually have a space for providing service. Stylist, my hairstylist, oh I love her, Bobby Simone. She started off at a salon. She eventually found a small little nook in a beautiful area that had kind of stations, like closed doors for services. Like one little room was dedicated to a girl who did eyelashes. Another one was dedicated towards nails. And I'm talking about these girlies, it's their business. They own these small little med spas or nail tech, like nail salons, you know. They get very creative and they're in demand because how confident they are in their service. Like they're doing their damn thing, that they're always getting booked up, which allows them to open up their own little space. It doesn't have to be a big spa or a big nail salon. It can be very small, just operated by you on your time. And we'll get more into that with another video, and I will talk more about a lot of platforms that bring you clients. But for now, thank you so much for sticking around, and I hope this video was very helpful. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you want to continue to see me share some child-loving moments. I love you guys. Thank you for sharing this moment with me, and see you guys soon.